What up, man? What's the deal? Welcome to Stand on the Media. Salute to the Stand on the Media family out there, man. Salute. Happy Sunday to everybody, man. I hope everybody had a great weekend, man. And I hope a great week to come. If you're new to my channel, much appreciated. Do me a favor, though. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Like this video. Leave a comment in this video. Please share the video. Hit that notification bell. You will be notified when I drop my videos. So, look. You know, we got to get right to the content. We got a lot to get to, a lot to cover, and I think this one right here is a really good video, and it kind of flew under the radar. I'll be honest, because I seen it, but I didn't think too much about it. And that's me judging a book by its cover. But I said, you know what? I ain't had nothing else to do this morning. I looked at all my UFC clips and from the fights last night. Oh, by the way, those fights were crazy. The early prelim and that prelim, fireworks. It was damn near a knockout or a submission in every single fight. Get to the main card, not so much, but there was a few good ones though. Don't get me wrong. But that co-main and that main, oh man. Vicious. Man, Ilya Taporia is a problem. He's a beast. And I'm only talking to my UFC people out there, my MMA fans out there that know what I'm talking about. If you don't know what I'm talking about, skip 5 minutes. You'll get to the content. And I appreciate you rocking with me, no doubt. But to the ones who know what I'm talking about, man, Ilya Taporia is a problem. I don't see nobody beating him. And what's the other brother name, man? That was in the co-main. Man, I can't believe I'm drawing a blank right now. His name gonna come back to me. His name gonna come to me, and I'm gonna come back and give him his flowers because he is a problem. Also, he's been a problem, but he don't get the recognition that he deserves, and it kills me because he's in a weight class that don't get a lot of recognition. You know what I mean? Flyweight or something like that. He's part of the little guys, but he packs a punch, man. His name gonna come to me before this video is up. I'll make sure I give you your flowers, bro. But he is a problem. He dominated Kaya France from beginning to end in that fight. So yeah, man, I had a great Saturday evening, man. The fights were off the chain, so I didn't really focus on doing any content. But when I woke up this morning, went through my little MMA regimen. My daughter's on her she's on the bus on her way to Houston to get ready for the Beyonce concert. I just want to say again, salute to Steffi Weffy, man. You hear me? Salute to you, Steffi. You just don't know. Salute to you, Queen. She got her, you know what I'm saying? We know what I'm talking about. And she loves it. She is on my nerves about it. So really, I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. You don't even know. You have a special place in my heart, man. Real talk. So I didn't have nothing to really, to look forward to until I ran across this video. I don't even want to give y'all a hook because I have watched it, but I don't want to give y'all too much. I want y'all to hear it for yourself, right? What I will say though, CS2 back. If you pay attention, this is what I want you to do before you listen to this video. Those that know, this is going to be easy for you to do. Those who still have doubts. Who, by the way, yesterday we went live and we did a room on Clubhouse yesterday. We had one person come in who was gun set that CS2 back was not a federal, an FBI informant, and that he wasn't working with the police, and he ended up leaving out that whole exchange, and it wasn't me forcing it down his throat. I just played the content, and he left with a different perspective, and that's what it's really all about, man. When you speak truth to power, I didn't try to force it down his throat. Nobody did. We all were respectful, and we just let the content. And he left with a different perspective. So salute to him. But when you listen to this, I want you to keep in the back of your mind that Wack is a confidential informant who is working with the FBI. He's working with the FBI. I want y'all to keep that in mind. Matter of fact, what I'll do is I'm gonna just remind y'all of who he is, and just keep that in your mind when you listen to this exchange between him and Rick Ross, the real Rick Ross. So sit back, man. We at that 5 minute mark, man. We at 5:30 actually. I'm doing good on time. I just want to say, man, salute to my Stand on the Media family, man. Salute to the whole entire team, man. Salute to every one of y'all. Salute to you if you're new to my channel, man. It's your first time coming and checking me out, man. Look, man, I appreciate you, man. It's nothing but love over here. And I hope you come back. I hope you hit that like button. I hope you subscribe. And please, if you can, share this video. Let's get into that algorithm. Other than that, man, let's get to the content, man. Let's Stand on the Media. Let's go.
But once I seen that, and then people around him started talking to me when I ran into him, I started saying, whoever feed the people, lead the people. So if these niggas is running around you starving, I happen to pull up one day at the gas station. Man, nigga, what's up? What you doing sitting here? Man, I'm waiting for the nigga Big U to pull up, man, and bring me some money for gas. What you mean bring some money for gas? Nigga, hold up, and I fill up his tank and go in my pocket and get a nigga a few hundred. My nigga, what you doing? Get up out of here. Guess what happens with that same individual when he hears something that he think I need to know? So it was 4-5 people around him. And 600 know this because when I tell 600 the shit I do, because 600 was around him after I kind of left, got away from him. When I tell him the shit I know, he like, damn, Wack.
To the people who have not heard this clip, he's referring to Big U. So when he says that when I got away from 600 was up under him, he's referring to Big U. So that's what the person that they're talking about in this clip is about. And he's talking to Charleston White. Now finish listening, then we'll get to the content.
Yeah, because they telling me.
That's what make the Fed so powerful. They gather information. They don't want to ask. They don't want money. They want information to ask. So that's what make him so sharp, homie. Yeah. And he'll lie on your motherfucking ass too, just to rattle your case.
Yeah, man. So yeah, with that being said, even Charleston White knows he's a federal agent, and that's what makes him so powerful, is because they know how to gather information. Now, keep that in your mind when you listen to this entire clip. Salute, I forgot to do this, my bad. My apologies, Wavy World. Salute to the Wavy World. Let me make sure I say the entire name. Wavy's World channel on YouTube, and he spells it WAVVYSWORLD. I just want to make sure that I do that, so when I tell people to go subscribe to the channel, you can actually find it and find the right channel, because we all about giving flowers over here. Ain't no need to be greedy or selfish. Salute to the Wavy's World channel. I think I'm assuming it's a podcast. This is my first time running across it. But anyway, man, we're gonna get to the content, man. Salute to him again for the content. Let's go.
Yo, you already know it's ATM Wavy, aka Mr. OMG, and you know it's me in this Wavy's world. Salute to all the surfers. You already know.
Salute, my
it's
guy.
Another Surfing Nation situation. You feel me?
I like that.
All right, we about to hit that wave cave.
Let's ride.
Yo, you already know we in that good old wave cave. Salute to all the surfers. You already know, man. I appreciate every time y'all pull up. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all get ready to hit that good old like. Get ready to comment. And also, for sure, you got to get ready to hit that sub and holla at the blood. Yeah, Surfing Nation shit. So, in this here content, you feel me? We going to go ahead and cover Wack 100 speaking on Freeway Rick Ross, you know, the real Rick Ross. So apparently Freeway Rick, he was on Vlad, know what I mean, which from my understanding, he has appeared on Vlad multiple times. But this is one of the times he appeared on Vlad, right? As of more recent, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I'm saying? I believe this has to be recent. I'm assuming it's recent. So anyway, I didn't see the actual interview and everything. That's why I'm not sure when it dropped. I just happened to come across this while, going through the internet. Going through YouTube and everything, seeing what's what. So Freeway Rick, he on Vlad. Vlad brings up what you think about Wack 100, talking how he talking, saying that you're a snitch based off of a case that he supposedly caught in Ohio. All right, so that get brought up. Freeway Rick speak on it. Vlad decide, matter of fact, let me call Wack. So Wack get on the phone. Him and Rick, they end up talking. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna run this clip so y'all could hear everything. Then, of course, after this clip, we're gonna get back to this.
Be careful. All right, now, Rick, I had Wack 100 here recently, and me and him were arguing because he claimed that you had some level of cooperation, which I tried to argue with, but he seemed to have certain things in mind that I wasn't familiar with. So you actually saw this interview, right?
Yeah, I saw that, man. It was a joke, really. I mean, when you hear people who have never been in a courtroom, when you hear them talk, they don't understand the law at all. And in my opinion, Wack is one of those people who don't understand the law. What he calls cooperation, people who are going to court.
Save up to 70% off Wayfair's 4th of July clearance right now and celebrate this summer with savings.
The girls like watches.
Oh my God, I love watches. It's,
Going to court, fighting cases, we call it discrediting police officers. So, and what I mean by that is, first of all, anybody who go to jail is really committing a crime. The first thing they say is, I didn't do it. Even if they did do it, they're gonna say the police is lying. He planted the wasn't my I didn't have a so all of those are forms of discrediting police officers. So when a police officer gets on the witness stand and they lie, and then you get on the witness stand and you tell them what really happened, that's not cooperation. That's called discrediting police officers.
All right, well, let's go ahead and FaceTime Wack. Let's actually get his take on it in person. I got Freeway Ricky right here, and he wants to address what you said in our last interview.
What up, Wack?
What's up?
What?
Me and a whole lot of BS.
No, I didn't get you in nothing. You brought that up. You should have already known when you bring my name up.
I always defend it. You gotta remember, I know that what you did with the dirty police, we never gave a about that. That's it. So what? Right? But I didn't know nothing about all the plugs and connects in Ohio and some dude in Miami and something they had.
You shouldn't. If you don't know, you shouldn't mention it. We should only speak on stuff we know about.
Okay, so somebody say, and day one, Freeway Rick is snitch. Hey, listen, bro. All he did was gave up the dirty police who crossed him. That ain't telling. As far as I'm concerned, I always took that stance.
Absolutely not. Absolutely.
We ain't talking about that. We talking about he gave up the connect.
The connect told on me. What the f they talking about? They don't read. You got people, you listening to people who don't read and don't know nothing about the law.
Okay.
My connection set me up.
Okay,
So I just want to point out real quick. The reason why I played that clip, and I told y'all to, when you listen to this, remember that this guy right here is being alleged to be an FBI informant. People who know, we know. I'm really talking to the ones who still are on the fence about it, right? Remember I said that. So when he says, when you were talking about the crooked police, man, we don't care nothing about that. He's lying. Because he's doing all this on behalf of those crooked ass police, because he is the police. And I'm not trying to make fun of it. I'm being real about it. I want you to really think about that. Really think about that. And let me point something else out here. Where did I put the clip at? Listen to this real quick. Because I didn't even think about this, but I have peeped too. that he's backed away from even saying where he's really from. Listen to this real quick.
I said, bro, you got a twin? Nah, we have the same birthday, but we 10 years apart.
What? I mean, Wack 100. Why you ain't said on Pyru in about 2 years? Yeah, I peep everything. You ain't said on Pyru.
Bingo. Man, y'all better wake up to what's really going on. That Pyru moniker, that's a character. He is not, he is nothing that he says he is on the surface. He's everything that he is hiding, and people are trying to bring to light. Believe that.
I can remember what they was reading. They was reading something, and my man had it, right? And it was something about something in Ohio. You had something going on in Ohio?
I got arrested in Ohio.
Something about Ohio. That other dude named, who I didn't heard you mention, that was working with the government, Clan, whatever that dude named.
Blandone.
Yeah, Blandone allegedly plugged you with somebody in New York, and you gave them up. I don't know. Listen, they reading it.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me tell you something. There's no way possible that there's anybody on the planet that I could have told on that wouldn't have came forward, as public as I am right now, that wouldn't come forward and say, hey, Rick told on me. Where he at?
This what I'm going to do. I'm going to go get what they got, and I'm going to send it to you, because they got it. That's why I couldn't.
They ain't got nothing. They got dreams and lies.
It also says what I've always stood on, which it cleared up.
Dreams and lies.
And yes, I did stand up in courtroom and tell that Blandone was a lying.
Well, my thing was your time deduction, whatever it was, came from the crooked
Listen
cop,
to this.
which I don't give a fuck about that. So what?
That was in my first case.
Right there. He says, Wack says about when you told on the crooked police, I don't really care about nothing about that. Number one, you're lying. You definitely care about that. That's what this is all about. But number two, that wasn't even the case that y'all talking about. That's not even the case that you're talking about. So you don't even got your facts together. You know what this is telling me? My antennas are antennaing. Is Vlad and Wack lining up Freeway Ricky Ross? See, those officers, they have not forgot about what he did, about him exposing them. And law enforcement don't take too kindly to being exposed. Hence why what we're doing right now is really puts a target on our backs. And I don't think people really understand that or appreciate that. And it's fine, because we don't do it. I don't do it, at least for your appreciation. I do it for the younger generation to be informed. Because if I don't do it, and the other channels don't do it, they would never know what's really going on out here. And they'd be blind. It'd be the blind leading the blind, leaded by the police. And we can't have that. You know what I mean? So he don't even know what he's talking about. Now listen, now pay attention to what he says next.
Yeah, they show that. I'm like, nah, you see it right there. That
150 people got out of jail from that, including John Boy, Big Puddin', the list go on and on of the people. Jesse from Main Street, Droopy, all them got time reductions when those cops got indicted.
I've always said I support him with that, but it's the other in there of these I never knew nothing about. You know,
but you still don't know nothing about it.
No,
wow.
Nah, they got some paperwork on it.
They ain't got no paperwork. That's make believe. That's cartoon. You shouldn't participate in that kind of. I look at you higher than that.
No, but listen.
Really don't.
For one, if I'm gonna participate in defending you, like I always been, they put something in front of me, I can't ignore it.
Who are you to defend anybody? That annoys me when he says that. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you. When he says, man, I did all this, I've been doing all the defending you. So when they put something in front of me that looks suspect, I gotta call it. You don't gotta call it anything. You don't have to call it anything. You don't have to pay attention. It's none of your business what's going on in that man's life. You didn't already disqualified yourself as an exposer. Need I remind y'all? he knew Dale Morrison was flipped by the feds. You know why he knew? Because in my belief, he was the one who flipped him. He was the one who flipped Marley Marl. He's the one who flipped every informant that's on that indictment. That's why I say he is the orchestrator of that indictment. He orchestrated it. But what are we even talking about, my guy? I just be like baffled. You know what I'm saying? How he just says shit like that, like I'm the defender. Who asked you to defend him? Nobody. He didn't ask you to defend him. You being nosy either way. When you call yourself defending, you being nosy. But we really know there's a deeper reason of why you're doing what you're doing. But it just blows my mind when he says that. You know what I'm saying? I was defending you. Nobody asked you to. I don't think Freeway Rick asked you to. And I really hope Freeway Rick by now knows who you are. But I do think that this is a lineup by Vlad and Wack. I really do. I'm starting to really believe that Vlad, even when it came to Big U, he act like I'm cool with Big U, and Wack, they was playing good cop, bad cop. I'm really starting to believe that. You know, when Wack would take a shot at Vlad, yeah, Vlad, you know, I don't want to talk about your friend because you're going to get offended by it. I don't want to talking about Big U. And Vlad be like, no, I'm not going to. All that to me, I think that's just good cop, bad cop. I really do.
If somebody put something in front of you, it would be public knowledge. It wouldn't have to be something that you have to go and dig up. You should be able to go to Ohio. You can go to Ohio right now and pull up the news article, and what it's going to tell you is a $10 million man came to town to face trial. That's what it's going to say.
I'm going to be real with you. I ain't never dug your up.
You ain't been real the whole time.
I'm going to keep it real. Everything I repeat is what I heard you say.
And all you got to do is pull it up in the newspaper. When I went to court, it was in the newspaper.
Well, no, the newspaper, because the newspaper could be manipulated.
But where they gonna get the paperwork from?
Well, all paperwork is public record. You know that, unless it's sealed.
Where they gonna get it from, though?
Well, I'm gonna hit dude because 600 them. I'm gonna hit dude and get it.
600 ain't got it. 600 call me all the time. What is you talking about?
Boy.
600 ain't got no. Hold on, let me call 600 right now. Where my phone at?
And I really believe at this moment, CS2 Back is sending a message to 600 telling him Freeway Rick is about to call you. Don't answer that call. I promise you, man. Because Freeway Rick Ross do not sound like, you know, like he making any of this shit up. I talk to 600 all the time, and that ain't what 600 is saying. Now pay attention, Mar. I know I'm cutting, I'm stopping, going. And I'm a reaction channel, number one. But number two, I got to make sure that my content is copyrighted protected. You know what I mean? I got to make sure it's copyright protected. This is a new channel that I'm reacting to. I don't know if he flagged pages or not. I'm not sure. I don't know. So I got to make sure that I'm copyright protected. That's why. But let's go.
Because he was there with me when they brought it. Call him.
I think everyone should have one of these in their car now.
Man, you can't react to people's content without reacting to people's content.
Right now, where my phone at?
Because he was there with me when they brought it. Call him. Yeah, he was there with me when they brought it.
All right, real quick. Here's a snip of when it was brought to their attention with 600, Loose Cannon, and Wack. You'll hear 600 come to Rick Ross' defense and say he didn't even know he was working with him. So this is what Rick was talking about, saying 600 contacts me all the time. We always talk. Let's get to that.
He was working with him.
Huh?
He didn't know he was working with him at that time.
Yes, he did.
He told on the.
No. He told on the president.
Listen, Stone was some government shit. The police he told on, I believe that's like some Rampart division, like some local.
That's what the CIA dudes.
So dirty ass stuff. So I told you after I had that conversation, one of the homies was like, "Ain't no justified snitching." He get out and walk right past him, right? I talked to Big U. He said, "Nah, man, stay away." I talked to another homie, and he like,
you know why Big U said that now?
Okay, so yeah. So look, so I talked to another homie with a little more level headed. He was like, "Nah, man, he's straight. Them police plant stuff on us. useless, playing boss lie on us and all type of stuff. F them, whoop.
Yeah, I don't trip the police person.
But he
And
messed
that's what-
up our
Tell the
community.
police,
That's
and that police
that's what I'm
is
saying.
leading to like another operation. I'm gonna say you did bad, but in the paperwork we had read, he had gave statements on
His
on the
blood.
Black Dog dude.
So you can see there, I give you a better idea of what they talking about with that conversation from back in December. So let's get back to that Vlad interview.
And I just want to point also how they love to speak on behalf of Big U, as if they were really working on behalf of Big U. Big U didn't mess with these dudes. They were a money play. Point blank, period. They tried to buy themselves into the hood, and we all probably know why. We for sure know why Loose Cannon did what he did. It's in his blood, respectfully. But how they say Big U even said that Freeway Ricky did some snitching. We don't know if that's true or not. We never heard Big U ever say that. If there is a clip out there, please send it to me from Big U's mouth. This is what I will say. If Big U did, hypothetically speaking, if Big U did, Big U is speaking. I don't want to speak for him, but my take is he's saying that because he maybe believed that you shouldn't snitch at all. You shouldn't do no telling whether if it's on the because that is. Some people in LA really think like that. They really think like, snitching is snitching, whether if it's on crooked police or if it's on people that you grow up with or associated with. Telling is telling. Standing up in the court and pointing out is telling. And I do know Big U is from that old school train of thought, right? From that school of thought. However, I don't know personally, though, if that's Big U stance. He's never said nothing that I've heard. So it just kills me how these dudes like to speak for him. But there's a rhyme to reason of why they do that. Maybe to get the discouraged Freeway Ricky from reaching out to Big U. You know what I'm saying? Damage that whatever relationship or whatever they may have had behind the scenes. Maybe to ruin that, throw a little paint where it ain't. The still scandalous Los Angeles quote. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know. But I just want to point that out. Like, man, you can't, unless you heard Big U say that, don't take nothing they say for face value. Take it with a grain of salt.
All right, here we go.
You get that because he was more on their side than my side.
Listen, if it was somebody I told on, they done came public, they done went on Vlad and say, no, I'm just telling you, use logic sense though. If it was somebody that I had told on, he'd already came public and said that Rick told on me. Just like the dude did with Meech.
It's the Ohio dude and New York dude.
When I went to Ohio, I went to court by myself.
And I guess that other dude was down in Florida at the time. That whatever that weird that black.
And I've never been indicted or nothing in New York.
Nah, it wasn't you was indicted in New York. He had set you up with a plug in New York. And
Can I ask you a question? Yeah, what's up? What would you do if I let you borrow
my man
$20?
over there eat.
I would put it in my gas tank. Have you heard about the Float Me app? No, what's that? The Float Me app lets members borrow a few bucks.
Plug in New York. And you get 600 on the line. He ain't answering you?
No, he ain't answering. He might answer you. You hit him and see if he answers you.
Hold on. I might can do this, but we all on here. Hold on. Yeah, let's do it because he was in the room. Share. Hold on.
Yeah, but you shouldn't be sparing gossip though, homie.
That ain't gossip. They ready.
No, that's gossip. What you saying is straight.
I'm trying to tell you.
What you saying though is straight gossip, homie.
Yeah, you don't even got the paperwork in front of you. Somebody else is reading the paperwork that you ain't even seen. So did they even send you the paperwork? Did you get a copy of the paperwork? No, that could be a random slow-mo Joe reading you some documents that he typed up on the computer himself. How do you know for sure that paperwork's legit if you an exposer? Oh my God, don't he be ripping people to shreds for doing exactly what he's doing in this audio? Because you didn't even verify it. Didn't you get your ass in trouble with Deuce Sims and them doing some shit like that? Yeah, y'all better wake up, man.
You know, they don't even do that in the hood.
Bingo.
Listen,
that part.
They ready, bro. Like, what the fuck you want?
They should have handed you the paperwork. You should have got the paperwork. They should have handed you the paperwork in your hand.
That part.
Hold on, let's get 600 on it. I'm sitting there defending you, and they shoot me. Only thing I can stand on is his time deduction came from the. It said that at the end of it, at the bottom of it. His time deduction came from the cops.
It wouldn't even have nothing to do with it. That happened in LA.
To do with it.
Yeah.
The crooked cops was in LA.
They had all your.
How they get all my?
The same way they get anybody else. I just never went looking for your, bro. I never went looking for you. I just took what you said at face value.
I ain't never said nothing. I ain't never told nobody that I didn't snitch. I don't have to prove myself to nobody.
Well, I never considered you what you did to the police snitching. Personally.
Nobody in the pen didn't either.
Yeah, I've never.
You know, I walked around Lompoc with everybody.
Listen,
from Ray, and I got passes that most people didn't get when I was in the pen. You know, I could go to the.
Always stood on.
I could go to the Mexican Mafia table and sell cigarettes and candy and soda. Everybody.
Yeah, where this? Why he ain't answering the phone?
He must know what we want. Or think I want to collect some of my money he owed me.
Oh my God! He ain't thinking I got you on the phone. He is not answering.
600 out here owing money? The exposers is out here owing money? Didn't he just go have a big fight where he got knocked out in like 30 seconds of a fight? And he posted that made hundreds of thousands of dollars. Is that who he was talking about on his live about as soon as you make money, people start calling to want to collect it? Why are people needing to collect money from you? I thought y'all was out here getting to the bag. 600, that line gonna catch up to you, bro.
Stop doing that. No, you could. Stop doing that.
That's weird.
Yeah, but you shouldn't repeat that stuff.
Hey, listen. I don't give a about me, you, and him. If they got some paperwork, I'm gonna read it, bro.
You can read it, but you don't.
But did you read it? No, you didn't even get the paperwork. You don't even know if the paperwork is legit. You don't even know if the paperwork even really exists. You don't know nothing. Talking about if he get the paperwork, he gonna read it. You didn't even read it.
You don't listen. You don't even know where the paperwork come from. I'm asking you right now where the paperwork come from. You don't even know
that part.
You don't know if it was a government paperwork. You don't know if it was rolled by one of those tabloid magazines. You don't know where it come from. Could have been some clown typed up, and you repeating it.
So now what I gotta do now is really put my people on and just go get it all. I'll go get it all. Ain't a problem.
See, that's a threat, right? That's him threatening Freeway Rick. And I'm starting to believe that right now in this audio that Freeway Rick really know this nigga is an informant. But I understand. I'm starting to really come to grips and understand though. You know what I'm saying? It's like you know this, but exposing it puts a target on your back, right? And if you're a high profile person with a reach, you're going to be the one that's more subject to being silent than a little person like me, because I don't have the reach you have. You get me? So it's like, I know who you are. I know what you are. I know what you're about. But if I expose you, then that puts a target on my back. And I don't want to live the rest of my life ducking and evading the feds setting me up. Because I'm not doing nothing illegal, but that's not enough. Because I truly don't believe Big U was out here doing anything illegal, I mean. I don't think he was out here doing nothing illegal. I think they conjured up a lot of charges on that man. But anyway, that's not what we're here for. We're here for Compton Rick. Why I keep saying Compton Rick Rock? Freeway Rick. Let's get to it.
I just ain't never looked into you. I never had a reason to.
Yeah, you just go do your homework. Yeah, I don't really.
Exposing illegal tricks car insurance companies use to profit from you.
Bruh.
Number one.
Never had a reason to.
Yeah, you just go do your homework. Yeah, I don't really entertain fruitless conversations.
Well, if it's about your name and it's saying they got some paperwork, that ain't fruitless.
I ain't worried about my name. I made this name. It used to be, hey, they used to be the junkie Freeway boys. That's what Jay Clayton, you remember Jay Clayton? You heard of Jay Clayton?
But listen, this is the thing, right?
But Wack, you heard of Jay Clayton?
When you say you made that name, and I had a conversation about this.
You go around it.
Who think the glory and fame, and you one of them, me's one of them, your name came from what it came from. Y'all act like that is something to be proud about, bro. Oh my God.
I'm proud about everything. Bruh. I'm proud about everything I've been through. Hey, I love myself. I'm ecstatic with me.
But I'm saying, but all that.
And that's why I treat.
Listen, all you dope dealers like all famous for selling, y'all really shouldn't be famous because y'all up the community. Let's be real. You got your money. You made some money. But if we talking about it at the age we are now, looking back, I'm not, bro. The name I had from gang banging and doing something to it behind the color, I don't want none of that fame. But what you should be really beating your chest about is your accomplishments when you got out, how you could have did and you didn't and did something different. But I'm totally against, because when we doing that, we glorifying it and we telling the kids. That's like me telling the kids go gangbang, put some work in. I'll be dead wrong.
Yeah, but I respect my past. I did what I did.
You respect your past?
Absolutely. And I'm not embarrassed. And I'm not embarrassed about what I did.
No, I'm not saying be embarrassed about it, but you proud of it?
What you mean? That's a question that really can't be answered. When you say, "Am I proud of it?"
I'm not proud.
I'm happy with myself. I love who I am today.
Okay.
And so, in order to love who I am today, I have to love everything that I've been through, because everything that I've been through made me who I am today. Had I not went through what I went through, I couldn't be the person that I am today.
So that went right around. Salute to the salute to Baby Bro for the clip, because that's the end of the clip. Salute to him. Ricky Ross went out, and I just feel like, man, he put belt to ass in that last statement to CS2 back. And I just want to point out a couple of things, and we will get up out of here. I don't want to drag this. Y'all heard it for yourself. But look, I can go to my page, Straight No Chaser. You ain't even got to go 2 years. You can go a year ago, maybe even 6 months ago. Anything prior to that no jumper incident, right? But I'm going to tell you to go 2 years back. Now, you come back and you let me know in the comment section how many of them videos you see that say Wack 100 on it, that he wasn't out there glorifying gangbanging and where he from and what he did. How do you think we all know about your record? How many times have you glorified glorifying how many penitentiaries you went to? I'll wait. That's what I don't understand about the upper echelon podcasters and journalists in this space. You hear him put bullshit ass rhetoric out there like that, and y'all do not check him on it. Y'all do not challenge him on it. But if the shoe was on the other foot, he gonna challenge you like he tried to challenge Freeway Ricky. See, his real intentions and how he really felt came out towards the end. It came out towards the end. Man, you dudes shouldn't even been famous for how y'all was tearing up y'all communities. And when I was gang banging and doing what I was doing, I was tearing down my community. I don't glorify that no more. I glorify what my accomplishments are today. Since when? But we did hear what my guy said on this clip right here, though.
I said, bro, you got a twin? Nah, we have the same birth date, but we 10 years apart.
What? I mean, Wack 100. Why you ain't say it on Peru in about 2 years? Yeah, I peep everything. You ain't say it on Peru.
Now, didn't I say go 2 years back and you were here? So you just seen the light, huh? You just seen the light. Now you're not glorifying it. Man, he got everything he did was red. He got a red vehicle, a few of those. He bragged about. Every word, every other sentence was on Pyru. Um, Now you're not glorifying it. The bottom line, what Freeway Ricky said, and we're gonna close on this. What he said was, whatever I went through in my past, good, bad, or ugly, or indifferent, it made me who I am today. It made me a better, wiser, stronger individual in the world that I live in today. I'm not gonna regret my past, although I regret certain mistakes I made in my past. My past is what made me who I am today. For an example, I'm from Compton, California, born and raised. I've recently moved from Compton, California, but I'll never forget my roots and where I come from. I regret some of the things I did in my past from where I'm from, but I will never regret where I'm from, because where I'm from is what made me who I am today, who you hear talking on this microphone today, and I would never be ashamed of that. Are you serious? And this dude, CS2 Back, always likes to try to spin you. Oh, he's a spin guard. He's a spin guard because the way he tried to spin it, like Freeway Ricky is out here glorifying what he did. I don't hear Freeway Ricky out here glorifying what he did. I hear him doing exactly what I think he's been doing and what I'm hearing him do. Bring up what he did in his past, the mistakes he made, and this is where I'm at today, and this is why I'm a better person. And kids, if you're listening, don't do what I did. Instead, do what I did in the second part of my life, and do it a lot sooner so you can enjoy life younger, sooner, and get more fruit out of what life has to offer. See, when you 40, you my age and his age, and we finally figure it all out, man, what's the life expectancy for somebody African American? What is it, right? Especially if you have diabetes, high blood pressure, cholesterol, whatever ailments you may have. What is your life expectancy as an African American, male or female? You know what I'm saying? But if you get on it young, don't make the mistakes, make less mistakes than I did. Figure it out a lot sooner. Man, you have so much more of life you can enjoy and appreciate. You know what I'm saying? And that's really what it's all about. See, but people like me, Freeway Rick, and many others, we talk the same language, and ain't nothing wrong with it at all. I think it's the right message. CS2 Back wants you to believe that it's not the right message, that his message is the right message, but his message had on Pyru on it every other sentence. Don't take my word for it. Go to Straight No Chaser or anybody. Black Savage Entertainment. Who else out here was posting content? Smoked Out TV. Go to any of these pages. You ain't got to go to mine. Go to any of them. 2 years ago, a year ago, 6 months ago, and tell me what you hear. If you're new to my channel, you made it this far, I'm sorry. I cut in and out and in and out and in and out, but I promise you, I don't do this in every single video, man. But when I'm reviewing new channels, content, not saying he's the type of person that'll flag you or anything like that. You just never know, right? And the rule, you should go look at the YouTube rules, bylaws to what is considered copyright friendly, like you know what I mean, using somebody else, doing reactions to somebody else's content, what they deem is acceptable. It'll blow your mind. It's like they tell you got to stop it like every 30-40 seconds, I think, something like that. It's stupid, it's insane. But most content creators, man, they don't care, man. Long as you shout them out, man, you're not dissing them, violating them. They don't mind using the content, but there's a few out there that don't. They want to police the content. They want to shut you down from further use of their content, and it's their They're right. So that's why I did that. But do me a favor, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, like this video, leave a comment in this video. Please share the video, hit the notification bell. You will be notified when we drop videos. Salute the Wavy World for the content, man. I hit subscribe because I actually love how he did this video, and he put in those little segues to let you know how we even got here. You know what I'm saying? So salute to Wavy World, and that's WAVVY_S World, and it's a blue. I think it's a blue globe. And it says Wavy World, Wavy at the top, World under the bottom. I'm just making sure I get it clear, so y'all go out there and subscribe, man. Go show him some love. Go run his numbers up. I appreciate that brother for bringing this content, because I wouldn't necessarily clicked on it unless I seen him in his channel. So salute to him for doing what he do. Salute to my Stand on the Media family out there, man, that always supports me, man. I appreciate y'all from the bottom of my heart, man. Again, Steffi, I appreciate what you did, man. I really do, man. My daughter, she appreciates you also. I owe you, you know that. To everybody else, man, rock with your boy. We bringing content more consistently, and we coming on Clubhouse. We bringing it on Clubhouse. If you listen to the live I did yesterday, you will hear exactly how I want it to look like and sound like when we incorporate Clubhouse with YouTube. Multiple people over there giving their thoughts and opinions. Everybody has a voice and it's welcomed. Nobody's trying to be the star of the show. I just have to narrate it a little bit more because it's my room. But by all means, I don't have no problem falling back and letting people just go ahead and cook. That's the purpose of what I'm doing, because I really believe a lot of people that be in my comment section, a lot of the people that support me and follow me around when I do my content and I do my YouTube videos, man, that be hiding in the shadows. I believe y'all have a voice, and I believe y'all very highly articulate and educated on a lot of these matters. And I really feel like what you say matters, and you can bring a different perspective to what we do here that can even change my perspective on whatever it is we're talking about, and I think it's much needed. So this is my way of saying, hey, bring your voice, man. Bring your voice and likeness to the table. Educate the people on how, because we all see the world different, man, through our beautiful eyes, man. Not one person sees everything exactly the same, and I really think that that's much needed, man. So that's why I'm doing it the way I'm doing it, and I love the way it happened yesterday. I forgot to mention that in the beginning, so a lot of people probably won't hear this, but I really love how it went. It went perfect. That's exactly my vision of how I want to do this. It gives more people a voice than just hearing me. You know what I'm saying? It gives more people an opportunity to speak their piece instead of having to type it all day. So that we're bringing that to the table. We're going to do a lot more content like that. I promise you that. And then we're just going to be on Clubhouse chilling. Sometimes it won't be about content. Sometimes it'll just be about communicating and building. So if you don't have Clubhouse, download Clubhouse and follow me at Stand on the Media. If you are on Clubhouse, man, make sure your notifications on so you know when we go live or we do rooms, period, man. But just come through. And again, you don't have to sit there and give your voice if you don't want to. If you just want to listen. If you just want to just come in the room and check us out, man, and not come up to the stage, no problem. All love. Anyway, man, I done ran my mouth enough, man. Again, I appreciate y'all, man, from the bottom of my heart. This Stand on the Media, man. Until the next one, let's go.